Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the INT Toppo, the Toppo Pride Troopers, in DBZ Dokkan Battle after his Extremes Awakening. Now, Light to Protect Peace Toppo Pride Troopers is similar to the Ginyu Force in that although he's mainly a Toppo unit, he's actually a joined forces unit due to the fact that he features other Pride Troopers in his character card. He is 130% Universe 11 or Special Pose Lead, raises attack and defense for 1 turn whilst greatly lowering the enemy's attack and defense. Attack and defense of 110%, an additional 110% attack and defense when there's 3 or more Universe 11 category allies on the team. Additional attack and defense of 110% when performing your super attack and guards all attacks when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. Performs a guaranteed critical hit when all allies attacking the same turn are Universe 11 or Special Pose. And then has Universe 11 or Special Pose category allies, 50% attack and defense, and an additional 11% crit chance. So pretty good, I might say. Obviously very restricted. Not very, but obviously quite restricted. You know, you do need 3 or more Universe 11 category characters probably to make him accessible. Luckily, there are 3 very good ones right now. You have, obviously Top himself. You have this Toppo, you have Jiren, full power, and potentially also the other AGL Jiren. So you got quite a few different options that you'll eventually be able to use. In terms of links, obviously he's got Warrior of Justice, or Hero of Justice, sorry, Tough as Nails, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, Tournament Power, Share, and Unlimited Supreme Power. In terms of build, so you'll see that I have my majority crit. Personally, I would say you want to go majority additional because chances are you'll probably get the crit requirement depending on your team. If not, you can always go for crit, but I'd probably say evasion or additional is probably the best way to go. Depends on how you want to use them as a unit. I think for me, personally speaking, I find that he probably functions better as like a floating support. So I wouldn't be surprised if you want to just rather run him in that manner and use him as evasion, but that's just me. Anyway, of course, I think as a unit putting out good numbers. This is obviously a rainbow Toppo. The numbers can look a bit misleading as well, like 370k start of turn. Defense may not seem like a lot, but remember you've got guard active. Remember he gains a portion of his attack and defense on super because it's based on the requirement of him having a Universe 11 ally in the team. So that defense shoots up quite a bit. That attack also goes up quite a bit. It's very, very good. Like, I think he's good. I gotta be honest, I don't really have too much of an issue with Toppo. I think, as a support, as a good unit like that, I think he's fine. You gotta remember that he essentially is there to help Toppo. Not that he is, that's his only role, but he's there to help Toppo, the physical one, during the early phases. So he's stronger in the early phases. You can rely on him to kind of tank, set up for physical Toppo, and then when you transform physical Toppo, you can put this Toppo to second slot. He'll enable physical Toppo to just kind of rip and tear through the opposition. So very, very, very good stuff overall. Obviously, I think the numbers are pretty solid for a general banner unit. I do wish they could have gone a little bit harder. A lot of people wonder why. Because 2 reasons. So firstly, Tough as Nails is a very, very, very important link for this guy. Like a very, very, very important link. And without it, his defense does shoot down quite significantly. He loses 20% defense and 5% damage reduction, which is a lot in the grand scheme of things. And on top of that, I would probably personally say that since he's a unit that's tied to Universe 11 in some capacity, and that category is very much not a category that gets beefed all the time, I think you have to warrant that into how strong he needs to be now. Just my opinion. But anyway, very solid unit. Look, link-wise, like I said, Tough as Nails is kind of your priority link, but the rest he's got works well for what he is. Shocking Speed, Tournament Power, Sharing the Limit, tons of key links there. Hero of Justice and Signature Pose, solid enough for the mixture of teams that he'll be on. obviously he links relatively well with Universe 11 characters. But yeah, I'd probably say that really is it. I would not say that there's too much more really about him. I think he's a good unit. I think he's a good support unit. I think obviously he works very well with the top, with like the Toppo, the physical Toppo. I think he helps special pose a little bit as well. So all in all, a good, solid support unit. Very well designed, very solid. How long he'll stay relevant, we'll see, but I think he should be good for a while. With his guard, with everything put together, he's still very solid. And even if he has to shift from being like a first 2 type of unit to like a floating unit, I think he'll be around for a while. It's just largely going to depend on how frequently Universe 11 and Signature Pose get buffed. That'll determine how much he'll hang around. Because before, he was very good before his EZA a while back. But obviously, again, just needed the buffs.